Yeah, that was Texas looked good.
I mean, watch Michigan will probably go to a heavy run offense and dump Warren and just deal with what they got to deal with Orgy, but it will become very, very run oriented. So it'll be an offensive scheme that USC's defense hasn't seen. And, great improvement by USC's defense in week one. But if you look at under the hood, LSU was still moving the ball. They just didn't score as many points as they could have. The USC offense is great. I'm a big fan of Miller Moss. But this is the Michigan defense, and USC doesn't quite have the offensive line that Texas has. So that's where I could see this game being more of a 3-point game than a 7-10-point game.
What about you, Cricket?
Yeah, I still don't know what I'm getting out of USC just yet. I've been watching this line going down. It was at 6 yesterday, going down to 5.5 now. It does scare me a little bit right there, but I'm with Uncle Bob on this one. I don't think Michigan has a quarterback that really gives them an opportunity to beat any of these big-time teams. But the offensive defensive lines could be the difference for Michigan in this one, because I do think they'd have the slight edge there over USC, like what I've seen out of them early on. But once again, don't know really what that LSU offense is just yet. They didn't look great at South Carolina. We're in all kinds of trouble for most of that game there. But then USC, you got a game against like a Utah State in week 2 where you win 48-0. Same Utah State team that only lost 38-21 to Utah just last week, but that was no Cam Rising on that Utah team. So, really just a lot of question marks for USC right now. It's a game that, if nothing else, you should watch with a lot of intrigue because it's a good measuring stick game for both these teams.
All right. Well, gentlemen, this has been fun. You guys enjoy the rest of your show. I'll catch you guys next week, and good luck on your bets.
Hey, good luck to you, sir. You be safe today now.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Later.
All right. Another one I want to ask you about, speaking of those LSU Tigers, Bob, they go down to South Carolina last week and it was they were in all kinds of trouble for a lot of that game there. And they wound up, and guys, these teams I've highlighted, this is not who we're picking or anything like that. That's just so I can find the games quick right there. But you got LSU at home now, minus 24.5. It was at 25.5 yesterday, so it's gone down a point now. UCLA got blown out at home by Indiana last week. The Indiana team looks pretty good, kind of a darling early on in the football season. But UCLA now goes on the road to LSU, and I don't know that LSU can beat anybody by 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, the from a talent rating perspective, the line is too big. The question is, how bad is not Deshaun Watson. Well, that's a question too, but Deshaun Foster as a coach. Eric Bieniemy made a major mistake taking this gig. I mean, there were questions about him that led him to not get passed over as a head coaching